an item that came from the staff, sorry, came from the Housing Health Department? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my computer going here, if I'm working. Okay, this is by the Housing and Community Service Department, submitted this. Jane, do you want to say anything?
This is an item, it's an ordinance that's before you for consideration. Council's had an extensive conversation about this item already back on July 8th, and the ordinance for you to consider tonight really reflects the conversation. Just want to clarify that the ordinance would ban the use of e-cigarettes everywhere where smoking is currently prohibited, and that includes inside dwelling units and multi-unit housing. There are only 3 exceptions, and that's for medical cannabis, for the e-delivery of medical cannabis, and it would be permitted by members in dispensaries, by members in a 50-foot perimeter around dispensaries, and then inside dwelling units, and again, just for medical cannabis.
Okay, I'll move the adoption of the ordinance.
Okay.
Moved and seconded. Debate? Councilor Rawazia?
Yeah, I just want to make a couple of points. I mean, we've heard from testimony that e-cigarettes are a smoking cessation device, but when the FDA classified electronic cigarettes as drug delivery devices and subject to regulations of Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act before importation or sale in the United States, this was challenged in court by the e-cigarette industry, and they won, okay? The judge ruled that devices should be regulated as tobacco products rather than drug or medical products. Now they're saying, and then that was upheld in by appeal court. So the e-cigarette industry asked to be regulated as tobacco products. And now when we're banning tobacco products, which they said, you know, they wanted to be treated as tobacco products, they're saying, oh, no, we're really drug delivery products. Well, then they should be regulated by the FDA if they're going to be drug delivery. You can't have it both ways. So that's my first point. The other thing is the industry doesn't advertise themselves as drug cessation devices. They advertise them as cigarettes. And I think this is just a smokescreen. I mean, it really is, okay? They want it all ways. They want to say, hey, when you try to ban us, we're medical devices, but we don't want to be regulated by the FDA, so we want to be able to, you know, treat it as tobacco products, but then we don't. So I support this ban. It's the right thing to do. And if they want to be regulated medical devices, go back to the FDA and ask them to regulate them that way.
Okay. Councilor Anderson, and then we're going to almost get done by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be brief. Let me tell you my story. Last month marked the 40th year of my smoking cessation. And the reason that I stopped smoking was I was picking up my daughter from daycare, who was 4 years old, and she asked me if she could have a cigarette. And of course, I said absolutely not. And with the child's purity of logic, she asked me why I didn't want her to smoke. And I said they were bad for you. And she, in return, asked me if they were bad for me. That day, I crumpled up the remainder of the pack of cigarettes I had and discarded it. And I haven't had a cigarette since then. And my daughter has never smoked. And she's 45 now. So these small victories are achieved without the benefit of regulation. But with the benefit of some regulations, we can achieve larger and broader successes in protecting the health of young children, adults, and others who might want to be lured into the deception, whether it's advocated by some B-movie actor on TV, or whether it's advocated by those who are making money off of this. It's not in the best interests of children, of the general public, and we are edifying our ourselves and the community by taking this measure, and I certainly support it.
Call the roll.
To adopt the ordinance, Councilmember Mayo,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Arreguín,
Yes.
Capitelli,
Yes.
Wengraf,
Yes.
Worthington,
Yes.
Wozniak,
Yes.
Mayor Bates.
Yes. Okay, so that concludes the regular agenda. Does anyone here wish to speak to an item that's not on the agenda? All right, seeing no?
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned. Will all be voted aye?